You know, sometimes you feel like getting
Excuse me. Do you know where I could find
Classroom Elite finally gave us little glimpse of what Season 4 will look like. There's a lot of mixed opinions about the new style, but is it really bad or good? I know I'm like 11 days late because of soul leveling. I need views. I'm not retarded. They didn't really show us much, but at the same time, they showed us a lot. People were speculating that the overall style will be different leading up to this since the key visuals and some other event illustration stuff. And it is different. They revealed some of the new characters and Best Girl Ichika. Although I don't read the source material. The style, some characters I like, some I don't. They're trying to lean more on the light novel design. Some people are saying it's more on the manga, but Koji just doesn't look like that in the trailer. Also, people are assuming that this is pre-animated. There is no confirmation yet from what I researched. It maybe is, I don't know. Pre-animated trailer, to summarize it, they make the trailer its own project for various reasons. It could be to hype up a project or to give the fans something because they haven't worked on it. And some others. Does this mean this trailer is just a nothing burger? No, they are gonna have this style on display for season 4. If not, that's just stupid. Yes, season 2 and 3's trailer was pre-animated and it looked better because the trailer had a better schedule. Duh. So there is a chance that the new director, speculations, is directing this trailer. It's the same thing with other pre-animated trailers. Ryu Nakayama, series director for Chainsaw Man, storyboarded and directed the PV also. Same goes for this sexy Yuri anime. I'm taking off my pants. I don't. Takude Kakuchi, the series director for this show, he also did the PV. Well, this PV was more of a pre-visualization, not technically pre-animated. Or a different case with Mushoku Tensei's first trailer, Manabu Okamoto did not do the pre-animated trailer. It was Shingo Fuji just unleashing his talent with the help of Ryu Imamura's amazing corrections. They let those two handle it. Coming back to the trailer, they went for a more simplistic design and less saturated color tones. I feel like season 2 and 3 had a more orangey tone on things, and season 1 had a more pinkish tone on it. This is not just the character design changing, but probably the color design. Color designers are the one that sets the color tone or color palettes for the show. Of course, different episodes have their own color coordinator, but the color designer is the one that sets how the show will look in that department. I like most of the design since some of them you can't really base it with previous seasons since these new first years weren't there. The only problem I have is Koji and Ichika, maybe Yagami, but I don't really know his demeanor much yet. Yes, I spoil myself a lot because light novels are so fucking boring, so fucking great. Koji's face look a bit childish. The only thing I could make the difference here is the face is shorter compared to the other seasons, and his hair is also a bit shorter. Same goes with the key visual, you can see it way more there. Ichika is weird. Although looking at the other drawings for her in anime style, she looks fine, but in the trailer, weird champ. Her eyes are a bit too big. The face is a bit elongated, trying to convey Ichika looking up. This is just a nitpick. The bloom effects and the mixture of colors for the hair reflecting the orangey light in the back doesn't mix well, but this is something I see quite a bit in Code, so that maybe leads on the fact that this is still the same compositing artist for season 2 and 3. There is a lot of examples on how you can do this better to not really drown out the edges of the colors for the hair, but nitpick. Not really. But Ichika can still step on me, stalk me, sneak in my bed, step on me. All the other designs, I especially like short hair Horikita and Hosen. Hosen got the best drawing, so much lines to insinuate that expressiveness, and the thicker line art too here. The shading is also different. It feels more metallic with these little white outlines in the characters that wasn't present in previous installments. Same goes with the different style of hair coloring. I guess with these, they use a more blob shaped, which is the pretty common technique, but now they use lines, which is interesting. I like it. And the hair strands, I fucking love when characters have this. That's why Kape's design or corrections have those egregious amounts of hair strands that really makes it appealing. It could be her character designs or corrections in most Dorokobo shows, Selection Project, or Oshinoko, or can be in Rent a Girlfriend. But most people's complaints are the adaptation of it, how much they cram stuff up. It's mostly Karakawa's fault or the committee not giving them time that leads to more episodes. From what I heard, season 1 was still the best in terms of material it adapted, not rushing it. Season 2 and 3 was worse because season 3 didn't have the T-Rex scene. No, I want to see high schoolers' penises! Judging from the staff, of course season 1 had 2 directors, then season 2 and 3 was changed to Yoshihito Nishioji, but the 2 previous directors was still credited as chief director and still storyboarded and directed some episodes in later seasons. What's also different is the series composition. Season 1 had Aoi Akashiro, while season 2 and 3 had Hayato Kazano. People definitely underestimate the serious composition role, which they are the main scriptwriter for an adaptation. Serious composition and the director bounce between ideas going boingy 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 boingy. Hopefully they can make these designs consistent, since in season 3 and 2, mainly season 2, they couldn't make it good. It was mostly shit since the schedule was terrible by Karakawa, and I think people underestimate how bad season 2 looked. The fact that this show was not demanding like Blue Lock, where the movement in every episode is a necessity, this show barely fucking moved. And the fact that multiple episodes had double digits of animation directors in a show that doesn't fucking move, it's horrible. Even if I like Ko, it's so badly handled. There was also a lot of outsourced episodes. Season 2 had 5 outsourced episodes, and season 3, surprisingly, only had 2 outsourced episodes. And season 1 didn't have any, by the way. Talking more about Lurch. Lurch is a meh studio. Not like A-Cat bad. Hell no. They have good looking shows under their belt, but the Lurch now is lacking compared to back then. This is more apparent with a new show called Togen Anki. It's Studio Hibari, but it's basically the same as Lurch. And this show had quite a bit of CG. While CG can be utilized for stuff that's more harder to animate, like ice skating, but the CG here is more used for action stuff. It shows the lack of manpower Lurch has, even if the CG is good, which it is. And if you look at the staff, Hiroyuki Hashimoto is the assistant director for this show, which he was a part of Ko stuff, and the compositing artist is also the same for Togen Anki from Ko, since I'm guessing Serizawa is an in-house compositing artist for Lurch. This has been the case for a studio that picks up a bit more shows that they can handle. Whilst different production team slash production lines, most of their manpower comes from in-house staff. There's gonna be a lot of overlapping. These directors have to bounce in different projects because the studio lacks connections. Studio Hibari has more studios under their belt. One of them is Lark Entertainment that produced Kengan Ashura, a 3D anime, which looks at least it's better than Baki CG. Is that even an accomplishment? That aired its first season in 2019 and the latest season ended in 2024. But this show also got Seiji Kishi, I would say is one of the best director that Lurch has that regularly directs most of their shows, being series director for Ko Season 1, Carnival Phantasm, I heard it was actually funny, Asobi Asobase, Assassination Classroom, or non-Lurch stuff like Tsukiga Kirei or Angel Beats. Another missing part, I guess, is the absence of animation producer Yuji Higa. Higa was the Anip for most of Lurch popular projects, or best looking, I guess. Gakko Gurashi, Assassination Classroom, Scum's Wish, Kanata no Ashra, Given, some others, and Code Season 1. Only Season 1. Higa's connections can also lead to, as some people say, their most trusted team, director Masaomi Ando and character designer Keiko Kurosawa, leading projects like Kanata no Ashra, Scum's Wish, and Gakugurashi in the same roles. It might kind of lean on the idea that maybe season 1 and 3 was not really a priority for the studio, but this is just me speculating. Or maybe the schedule was actually that horrendous. Another good information is also Studio Hibari has a studio in Vietnam called Hibari Vietnam. So creative. That was recently established in December 2022 that mainly only focus on doing second key animation and in-betweening jobs for now. And in Code Season 3, their name was in most of the episodes, helping in that department, which is kind of a positive, you can say. I kind of went overboard researching shit this video, but hopefully you get something from this. I don't know why I'm putting this much effort in a filler video. I'm hoping the best for Season 4 because I love this show, and some of the stuff I know from year 2 is hype. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a like. Comment down below what are your thoughts on Season 4, Year 2. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.